project in the last couple of months to, so the facility that I'm in is quite large because, and I have really a lot of space. The archives was located within the old Chamberlain Library when it was a functioning library about 14 years ago, and we had a very small amount of space. We have compact shelving because the library only gave us a certain amount of space. Then in 2014, after budget cuts and bureaucratic issues, they closed the library. So the library closed, but the archives is still located in this facility, so I now have all sorts of space in this building. So recently I was offered the opportunity to salvage, we have an AV office that does audiovisual stuff for the school. They had a collection, a large collection, like 10 huge shelves of magnetic tape of DLI language, foreign language curricula material that dates back to the 80s and 90s. And of course, everything's digital now. And this stuff is not being used by the faculty to develop new courses. And they needed to clear out the space, and they finally said to the history office, you either take it or we're throwing it out. So we don't say no. I don't know if we have a use for this material because it wasn't being accessed by the faculty. Now, when they digitized it, they probably got everything they wanted at that time. No one comes into my archive usually to look for foreign language curriculum material. So I didn't think I had a lot of use for this material. But I took it, so we have space, and you never know. We decided, that's how archives do. We take it, and if we don't really need it, we'll get rid of it later. Preservation is the first line of being an archivist. You can't, you have to preserve it first. You grab it and keep it, and then try to take care of it when you make it available. But with that collection, as we were going through the process, one of the AV guys said, hey, you know, we got these LP records that we had, and they've just been in boxes here on the shelf for like 40, 50, 60 years. The LP records, before there was digital, before there was magnetic tape, there were records, LPs, and the school used to issue lessons on records that it actually manufactured. And it didn't just do that, but it recorded the Russian language choir, which was well known for 20, 25 years. And so they said, oh, we got all these records. You want these? Yeah, I want those because you have the Fort Ord band, stuff like that. Rick Commandant's doing from ages ago, 50, 60 years ago, their voices recorded, which it's not exciting to you guys, but it's exciting to me. And we were very excited about this. We actually bought one of those high-tech phonograph records, and so my archival technician is really good with technology. We bought one of these pieces of equipment. We're slowly playing these wonderful. We got one of the big, one of these ones that can do the 16-inch that's twice the size of a normal LP transcription discs, and we're digitizing. You know, finding the ones that seem like they'd be the most interest to the school and the public affairs office. But that was exciting. So, funny things you get excited about.
You have it? Okay.
Yeah, Cameron, you touched on the subject of digitalization, and so much of what you talked about so far is hard copies of things, but we're going through this big transition that everybody knows, moving into the digital age, blogs, tweeting, and all this. I'm not sure exactly what the question is, other than do you see challenges? I'm sure you see challenges ahead. What do you do with this stuff, or how do you archive it?
So the digital realm is a tough element of it's a good question because it's a question that faces all archives. Is how do you manage the transition of information over time? It's actually not a new question. It's something that's been going on for a long time because technology is always advancing. And so the responsibility of archives is try to preserve the information, and preserving the information also means you have to manipulate it sometimes. Because unless it is printed on paper, if it's in some other form of act that requires technological intervention, technology changes continuously. So that means you have to move with technology. You have to move your collections. If they're not printed on paper, you have to move them forward as technology changes. It's a huge problem. So we had records, and we had magnetic tape, and we have digital. We had VHS. All that stuff changes. So one of the things an archival archives do is they have projects to today we're digitizing information. In the past, you might have been making, recordings of things, recording the sound of interviews, recording the sound of music that you played. And you just have to find funds or volunteers, have staff that are trained in the current technology, and just have to keep up with it. And there's no easy answer to that problem.
Yeah, it's a major challenge, as Cameron mentions. I mean, I think once a month somebody asks me, well, why don't you digitize all this? Well, first we have to get control of that. We have to understand what we have. And I think every archive has a backlog of some sort. So we have to process and understand the relationship within these collections. You could have books in a collection, archival materials, letters, photographs, and we need to really do our homework and make sure we understand it. And then we need to move to digitization. Now, we have already digitized, and they were born digital, oral histories. We interviewed Japanese American community members, Chinese American community, and a cross-section of Monterey, and Spanish Americans here as well, but a cross-section. That's born digital, so it's already digitized. Audio-visual recordings, and we have transcripts of all those interviews. But when you're dealing with documents that are fragile, you have to take a special care in the assembly line of digitization. And you have high standards you have to maintain. So these will be preserved as permanent for a long, long time for the future, so that future generations can enjoy these materials. So it's a major challenge, and you always have to rely, I have to write a grant or something, project, and get that, and then get an army of volunteers to help.
Well, and the issue is that we face is that, like equipment, I mean, a lot of this is very expensive, specialized equipment, and a lot of the things is you have things that you may not be able to deal with yourself. So one of the issues that we faced recently is looking at our film collection. Now, the